So did you need any tendencies? Did you need to align with any tendencies at that time?
Well, yes.
When the funds came?
When the funds came, well, you see...
Directly?
Yes, when the funds... It was a council presided over by chairman and vice chairman, and you had supervisory councillors, they call them. That really formed the cabinet of the local government. The rest of us were there to examine proposals brought forward and approve, as the case may be. So really, you discover that the chairman will come up and, unfold his program. We will subject it to debate and analysis, the kind of thing you will have in a normal cabinet. And you approved and passed and all the rest of it, horse trading and...
How much of grassroots was it like then? I'm looking at a picture where maybe the people knew their councillors, the councillors were meeting with the people, because we're looking at it on the perspective of a truly grassroots governance thing, and knowing full well that there was an argument before now that it may be scrapped, talking about local government administration. Was it quite effective then, even though it was during the military administration?
I think it was. It was. Because in the almost 2 years that we spent, regular maintenance of the roads, construction of new ones, drainages and all that. And I particularly remember fondly, because I was pushing at that time, that water ought to be a very major thing for the people of the locality. I was representing Akoka, the Akoka area, of the old Shomolu local government. And it was the biggest local government in Lagos at that time. And the chairman, seeing that I was very insistent on the provision of water, said, okay, Mr. Leyimu, we're going to appoint you as an ad hoc, the chairman of an ad hoc committee on water. And liaising with the State Water Corporation, we provided 2 pairs on every street of the local government, what they call public fountains, which were taps, so that there was no street that you didn't, no matter how short or long, even a close, had 2 pairs. As a result, you brought water, rather than people go some considerable distance to go and get water. If water can't, it was the next best thing really. If water can't flow in your home, you can at least get it close by. And that's because of the local government administration. At the time, the state government got some grants from the World Bank, and they were trying to revamp the State Water Corporation. So really, in reality, the local governments are the closest to the grassroots.
So why do you think that the governors, from reports, fighting that autonomy for the local government?
Yeah, because, you see, it will erode their authority, it will erode their influence, and don't forget, human beings prefer to acquire more power rather than, what you are likely to have in reality and in practical terms will be some form of devolution of power at the state level. And that's what they're against.
Which is beneficial for democracy.
Which is beneficial for democracy.
But I thought they all wanted our democracy to be fledgling. That's what I mean.
That's what they mouth. But in reality, they would rather have everything under their thumbs.
How hopeful are you, before you leave, in the passage of this particular constitution?
Well, I frankly, I'm hoping to be proved wrong. I don't think that it will pass before elections. Because, look, politicians are busy now warming up against... The primaries will be held next month. All right? And is there anything as divisive as a political agenda? No. If it was a legislation, for example, on Ebola or some that concerns everybody, I expect that it will be, in a jiffy, the speed of light. But with an agenda that is political, I suspect that we're not likely to see a passage before the elections.
Well, that's where we'll have to anchor today. Mr. Boye Leyimu is a legal practitioner. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you very much for having me.
We'll return in a moment and examine a comment or two from you out there. So please join us again.
Backstage people trying to
That's
actually.
right.
It's Friday, by the way. Sometimes
I think that can get a little bit.
Honestly.
So welcome again. About those comments, now let's take this one from Sunday. It says, there's always a loss of momentum when you have to wait till a man leaves office for a wrong done earlier.
From Jones, taking away immunity is not the solution to any of our problems, as chopping off the head is not the solution to a headache.
Okay, and Wilfred says, if only local government autonomy was achieved in this amendment, then we have a future filled with positive development. That's Wilfred's tweet.
Well, lots of them, but we'll just take one more before we go, and this is from Sunday Adewale. He says, executive wrongs continue from one administration to the other. You don't have the time to face a man who's left office.
So there you go. That's it for the week, actually. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Chamberlain Uso.
Many thanks. I'm Sulaiman Alede.
Bye-bye.